Hello, my name is Andrew Fitzgerald, and this is going to be my economics presentation to, of course, go along with my economics paper. When looking for articles to talk about for the presentation and paper, I came across this article talking about just in general how our economy is not doing great right now, and it's an issue that I could pretty easily talk about, pretty easily explain. A lot of panic going around, a lot of uncertainty going around, and so let's just talk about it. Let's dive deep into it. So the first slide talks about how we got here. And when talking about our economy, it says in the first point, goes up and down depending on how the world around us is. I know in the past few years, it's been chaotic to say the least. Of course, a global pandemic, and look at the world around us right now. I mean, you've got Ukraine and Russia, you've got the Iranians and Israelis going at it. I mean, you've got just constantly just stuff going on around us. And because of all this, especially let's highlight, of course, the COVID pandemic, of course. So it cost us 14 trillion, it says there. And of course, the slide before it says we were already in a downward phase at that point. Our economy already wasn't doing great. Then, of course, we get hit with a global pandemic. And that was 4 years ago. So it was technically, it was getting better. Like we were doing pretty good considering. I mean, of course, a global pandemic is going to hit us pretty hard, but we were making steady improvement. And that just goes to show you how our economy works. There's going to be bad days. There's going to be great days. There's going to be bad days too. I kind of personally see it as a stock. I see our economy as a stock itself. You've got days where it shoots up and days where it shoots down. This so happened to be a day where it just shot down. But look at, of course, today. I think the next slide. Yeah, so today, of course, over $100 billion in foreign aid and growing rapidly, might I add. What I'm talking about, of course, like the Russia-Ukraine war, the Israel and Iran stuff going on. It's a lot of money we're giving away to people. And I'm definitely not the one to say it's a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea at all. I just think it's taxing on our economy. I mean, think about it. So for $100 billion, think about what that money could do for us if we were to put it into our own economy right now. What could we do? I mean, what could we make to help us out? I mean, you look at inflation. That's the second point today. Inflation is crazy. And of course, inflation kills. I mean, it has been crazy. You look at the gas prices. Of course, they're better today, I will say, but they used to be crazy. They still are pretty high. You just see constant inflation all around. It's a natural process, but as of the past few years, it's gotten a little bit out of control. Just imagine what the $100 billion could do to combat that inflation rate, and especially through the housing market. I mean, that is crazy in itself. And of course, you look at our third point here, it says we're still recovering from the pandemic. I mean, sure, it was 4 years ago, but you don't just recover from that in a few years. I mean, that's something that takes a while. And it's just, oh gosh, excuse me. It's just kind of is what it is kind of deal. Let's go to the next slide a little bit. So it says, what can we do now? For people like you and me who aren't really, we're not government officials, we can't really control where our money goes. I wanted to highlight that part. What can I do? What can someone else do that is kind of around my area? You know, excuse me, got a little notification there. I'm 21 years old, kind of just starting out in the world. What can I do to help my chances in a struggling economy? So it says, be smart with your money. I think you should do that no matter what the economy is, because you never truly know what's going to happen. You know, spend wisely. And the next point really goes with that great. It says, have a savings account. I can't stress that enough how important that is. Have a good savings account. So let's say the economy's great. You never know what it's going to happen tomorrow. Something like a global pandemic might happen tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen. So it's good to have some money saved. The third point here, and I think this is crucial for the economy, is to invest. The best thing that I think America offers, and I'm not saying other places don't offer this too, is that we can invest in our own economy. Well, why is the economy doing so bad? Well, maybe we need to invest more into it. I know it's kind of hard to do for most people, but I think investing is a huge tool. It's a huge not liability. It's the opposite of liability. It's just very important to invest, I think, to grow our money over time. And it helps, our own economy just to invest in certain businesses. And the last point I want to make is that it's getting better. Like I was saying before, about COVID. I mean, we've been steadily improving. We're not in such a horrible place anymore. It's only going to get better. Like I said, it's just kind of like a stock. It goes up and down. So I would really encourage you and whoever to be smart with your money, but don't panic. I mean, it's going to get better. I mean, that's how America has been. I mean, I know we're in an election year right now, and whoever's coming into office or staying in office, I know this is definitely going to be a point for them to talk about is the economy. And I suggest that, you and I, as citizens, don't panic. Just be smart with your money. Just know how to invest. Learn to invest if not. Learn how to save. Definitely learn how to save. And yeah, it's going to get better. And it is getting better. So I believe that should be it for the presentation here. So thank you so much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.